All right, we will solve yet another problem today. It is from Alpha class number 9, topic of ratio, and it is from the handout, the section of challenging problems. So question 16 was a request from a student who tried and would like to see the solution because she hasn't arrived to one quite yet. So the problem goes as follows. The ratio of the number of Alfred's paper clips to the number of Cindy's paper clips was 3:8. So we have that Alfred's to Cindy's paper clips are in a ratio of 3:8. So 3 units compared to 3 units up to here, and then 5 more. So that's now together 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's how it was before. And then Alfred gave 6 of his paper clips to Cindy. After that happened, Cindy had 4.5 times as many paper clips as Alfred. So let's look at this. We have the situation where Alfred and Cindy, before the ratio was 3:8. And then after, what happened after? Well, after the ratio was, well, Cindy had 4.5 times as many paper clips as Alfred. So if Cindy had 4.5 times as many as Alfred, okay, let's see what that looks like. So here's Alfred, here is Cindy. He gave some to her, so we don't know how much he has left, but let's say something like that. Well, now Cindy has 4.5 times as much, so we're going to try to reproduce this unit 4.5 times. Okay, there's the 4 of them. And now I have to draw a half unit, right? Half unit. So I don't really like working in half units. Instead, we are going to break down those units so that they're all in terms of these half units, right? So now we can break each of them exactly in half, and this ratio will be now much more manageable. So now they're all the same. So this 1 to 4.5 times becomes actually 2. So Alfred, oh, that's a highlighter. We don't want a highlighter, we just want a pen. Now we have, Alfred has 2 units and Cindy has 4.5 times 2 because everyone got broken down into 2 except the half there. So she has 9. Now look at that, that's very interesting because the total number of units did not change, interestingly. They had 11 units before and they have 11 units still. And the number of paper clips hasn't changed either because just Alfred gave 6 paper clips to Cindy. So he gave 6 paper clips to Cindy. So how could that then, the transfer was 6 paper clips, right? They transferred 6 paper clips. So my diagram is not to scale, I have to say, because Cindy should have a bigger, longer, graph here. So I don't like the diagram. Sorry, I'll have to erase there just to make it much more authentic and real to the situation. Okay, so what happened? Alfred really gets less. So, but Cindy, she should have more, right? So whatever Alfred gets less, Cindy gets that much more. So however that turns out, I mean, the discussion was correct. But so now we have Cindy has 4 of these and a half, right? 4 and a half. So I guess I'll correct this a little bit more just to make it more real, or to not real, but more to scale. Okay, more to scale. You don't have to do that when you are solving problems at all, but just for this discussion. Okay, so now back to the idea that we are talking half units here. So we're gonna split each of these into 2. And so now we really have 2 units for Alfred, 2 units for Alfred compared to 9 units for Cindy. And yeah. So what really happened is just simply 1 unit transferred, right? 1 unit must have transferred because we still have the same number of units. So that's how the 3 got decreased to 2 and how 8 got increased to 9, right? So here the 1 unit was added to Cindy, where here 1 unit was decreased for Albert. But what that tells you is that the whole unit, right? This whole unit is worth 6 paper clips because the whole unit must have transferred, right? It must have transferred in order for now to have 2 to 9 units. So this is now really straightforward once we can conclude that through our reasoning that 1 unit represents actually the 6 paper clips that transferred. 6 of those clips is 1 unit. And the question is, how many paper clips did Cindy have in the end? Well, that's the question. Each of these units here represents 6 clips, and Cindy has 9 units after this transfer of 6 units happens, right? So she has then 9 times 6, or 54 clips in total. So that's the answer. Cindy has 54 clips. And again, we could verify that by going back to the original problem and assuming that she has 54 clips and checking, is that really 4.5 times as much as Alfred would have? So let's do the check just to demonstrate how one can check if the answer they got is correct. Well, assume it's correct, okay? So then we're told that Cindy has 4.5 times as many paper clips as Alfred. So that would make Alfred, so we will say Cindy has 9 units, 6 clips per unit. Alfred would then have 2 units, right? So Alfred would have 12 clips. So if he has 12 clips and Cindy, as we said, has 54 clips, the question is then, before this transfer happened, what was it before? That's now, right? Now. How many did they have before? Well, Alfred had 6 more, right? So he had 12 plus 6, 18. Cindy had 6 less. So 54 minus 6 is 48. And then the question is, what is this ratio? Okay, we have to prove that it is 3 to 8. So let's see. Alfred's to Cindy's number of clips is 18 to 48. And both can be reduced by 6, so 3. And 48 divided by 6 is indeed 8. So yes, that checks against the original facts of the problem. And that's it. We've solved it and we verified it.